Good day, happy travelers. All right, so we've made it to August. That means it's time to take a look at August cruise price trends. If this video is for those of you shopping around for cruises, trying to see if you're getting a good deal, because as the internet will tell you, everybody's having a sale. Carnival's having a sale. They want you to get a good deal. Royal Caribbean Memory Maker sale, up to $800 off. They want you to get a good deal. Celebrity, $500 off. Princess, $400 off. This weekend only, with a little timer creating the urgency that you need to have to buy a cruise. MSC, they got 5-day timer, 5-day, 15 hours. And Norwegian Cruise Lines, up to $1,500 off. An open bar and more. And more is important. So what did we learn here? Everybody's having a sale, but the purpose of this video is to determine if it really is having a sale. If you're new here, what we've been doing since before Black Friday 2024, I was curious, a little scientific project, if you will, is a sale really a sale? So for Caribbean cruises and Alaska, by season, because a deal for a Christmas cruise is completely different than a deal for a hurricane season cruise. So for interior and balcony, just been kind of keeping track and building out the spreadsheet. Here we go. We just keep adding data as time goes along, and that data turns into little bar charts. So as we go into the little presentation here, and the prices that I pulled while I am a travel agent, these aren't travel agent prices per se. These are the same prices that you can get by going to Carnival and Royal Caribbean. So just because I'm showing them to you doesn't mean that it's from my magic hat. This is for the consumer that just wants to go buy it themselves. This is for you. So remember, Carnival is having a sale. And back when I pulled this data for Caribbean cruises in 2026, back in November, prices for a cruise, these are balcony rooms, it was under $1,100 per person, just above $1,050 per person. The low was just about $1,060 per person. But remember, Carnival's having a sale. If you were to buy it right now, it is at an all-time observed high. So you can pay $1,450 now, but because they said it's a sale, you go to the website and you're under the impression that it is a sale. On the other hand, if we take a look at hurricane season on Icon class, right now, they are actually having a sale. It's the cheapest price we've ever seen. So that's the purpose of this video. Let's go ahead and hop into it. We cover, let's get right into the Icon class ships. Those of you with families that like to go on the big slides, because there's so many people on these ships, and if the inventory is available, Royal Caribbean does a great job of lowering the prices to get people on the ships. So when the prices go up, they feel really good about the inventory. And then when they're like, well, we need to get some more seats, the prices go down. Right now, we are at the lowest prices for Star and Icon for hurricane season. So we got on Icon, we have the prices just a little bit more expensive than the interior. And then when we look at Star is it's hanging in there. But if you were looking at getting on Icon of the Seas for hurricane season, which is now, you'll see the prices here in a minute. This is the time to buy. It's just the lowest price that we've ever seen. So in this case, the sale is the sale, and we like having sales. As a matter of fact, the price is September 6th. So you can hop into RoyalCaribbean.com and go take a look at that price. Now, if you're like, well, wait a minute, you said you're a travel agent. Can you get a better deal? Yeah, maybe. Reach out to me. I'll see if I can. At worst case scenario, I can always give onboard credit. But otherwise, remember, this is for you, the consumer, to shop around. And there's actually a couple dates, 1303. On the 6th and the 27th, and not too much more expensive, prices per person, September 20th at $1,311. But this is the part where you need to be careful, because if you go away from September, you can easily spend $1,800 and $3,200 for a balcony room. So and when I said, hey, the goal of this is to save you money, have your one vacation turn into two, this is what I mean. If you choose these dates versus August 23rd, you've now essentially bought yourself two vacations by buying the right one vacation. All right, let's hop into Star of the Seas. 1560 is the lowest price out of Port Canaveral. That's September 14th. And the balcony room the week after Labor Day, $1,236. So these are some hurricane sailings. Prices are very good. What about Thanksgiving? Icon of the Seas, actually, again, the lowest price we've ever seen. So it's fantastic to see the prices go down for the balcony rooms. And this is the Star balcony. It started out $2,300, had highs of $2,750, almost $2,800. Right now, you can get a balcony for $2,100, which is really nice. And for Caribbean cruises, the prices are low, and certainly low for the Star balcony. It's the lowest price that we've ever seen. Interior prices remain low. And for Icon, the balcony prices kind of retreated back to what we've seen at the end of 2024. So that's, if you're looking to get it, it's a deal. Maybe not the best deal in the world, but certainly not as high as it was if you would have bought it in end of Q1, early Q2. These are the dates for the Christmas sailings. Nothing says Christmas like a cruise. And they give you gifts on that. My kid has some towels. The kids do get presents on the ship. Those are the sailing dates. Those are the prices. Big difference from the first day of winter to the week after. Savings of about $600, almost $700 per person. Now, as we go into the pre-summer for Icon of the Seas, lowest price we've ever seen for, you bet, you guessed it, Icon Balcony is the lowest price we've ever seen. Interior prices are on the rise. Star balcony prices are on the rise. Not as high as it was a little earlier, Q1, Q2, but inventory is available, so they're selling it. These are the dates for the cheaper prices, $15.82, February 7th. That's right around Valentine's Day. Nothing says love like a cruise or diamonds. Diamonds ain't a cruise. You can buy diamonds on a cruise. Maybe not a good deal. Maybe not even a real diamond. That's up for debate. Let's go into summer of 2026. We have very high prices for Star of the Seas. So it's a tale of two icons. If you want to go out Port Canaveral, these are the highest prices we've ever seen. Same sales, same advertisement. Icon, on the other hand, the lowest price we've ever seen, very much under the influence of a sale, and the interior rooms are responding in kind. One's going up, one's going down. As a matter of fact, you can get an Icon balcony for just about the price of a Star interior. Interesting facts there. These are the dates for those cruises, May 23rd. That's right around what is that, Memorial Day? Yeah, Memorial Day weekend. So go get yourself a cruise there if that floats your boat. As we go into hurricane season, interesting trends. We add Legend of the Seas here, and the price, and it must be demand, the price for Legend of the Seas is the highest we've ever seen since we've been doing this, since they released the prices back in March. So it's if you got in early, March and April had really good low prices, but they've increased ever since. And Icon and Star's also on the rise. Although Icon, to be honest, is about the lowest we've ever seen for hurricane season of 2026. Thanksgiving, that means my coffee's done, folks. So if you hear that beep, don't be alarmed. It's not a fire alarm. It just means that I need more coffee. Thanksgiving's flat low. So the further away we get from now, you'll see the prices kind of flatten out a little bit. So there's a little bit more stability, not a lot of volatility. Same with Christmas, a little bit of a wedge. You don't see the big cardiac heartbeat up and down. Your 401k going up and down, if you know what I mean. The same with 2027 pre-summer. So if we hop over to Carnival, so we get away from Icon where prices were really up and down. There were some great deals to be had. Carnival actually has I'll summarize my Carnival observation. I'll show you the charts by the season. They've actually increased their prices, I would say, by about 2 to 4% on the whole. And you see that here with Mardi Gras, while Celebration and Jubilee are those prices for hurricane season 2025 are slightly lower. And then the same can be said with the interior rooms for this hurricane season. Thanksgiving, they're high, flat, up and down for Mardi Gras interior. But I would use the term high elevated over the past several cycles of doing this. Same with Christmas, just kind of going up a little bit. So if I use the 401k model, this is kind of like you buying a bond. You're buying a share, you're getting the interest. It's just slowly but surely increasing with time. Next summer, they had a couple steps down for pre-summer of 2026. But now they're kind of on the rise again, to flat over the last 3 months of doing this. The summer of 2026 is flat month over month, but down since the springtime. So if you're looking at a cruise, it's not necessarily a great deal in the, like the big price drop, but it is something to look at. It is the lowest price we've ever seen, certainly for the Excel class ship, which has a lot to do for the friends and family, and lots of entertainment options. Hurricane season, we're not seeing the big price drops yet. although it is worth noting that Jubilee is, I would use about 10% cheaper than the Florida departures. Thanksgiving flat, and Christmas is flat as well, and 2027 is also flat. Now, let's get away from the huge ships. Let's get away from Icon and Excel. Let's just compare just ships, the best deal we can get for the money here. And here, again, this is like last minute cruise time, hurricane season 2025. It goes for Royal Caribbean is up and down, up and down. Look how Carnival, just kind of within probably 5% of each price. Carnival's just there. There you go. That's it. As a matter of fact, sometimes you can get a Royal Caribbean interior for cheap, more expensive than a Carnival balcony. It's just how it goes sometimes. Thanksgiving, Carnival is higher by about $200 per person for a balcony room. So if you're looking to go on a Carnival ship, the cheapest we can find Royal Caribbean right now is cheaper than a Carnival interior room. So if you want a balcony, it's cheaper than a Carnival interior. And the interiors for Royal Caribbean are just north of $700. Christmas, much of the same. Carnival balconies are high. Royal Caribbean balconies are matching the price of Carnival interior. So you got Royal Caribbean balcony for the price of a Carnival interior. And again, the interior rooms for Royal Caribbean are just under $700 per person. Spring break, flat, cycle over cycle, certainly over the last 3 months. Spring break 2026, a big drop for Royal Caribbean in terms of prices. They dropped from $1,100 to just around $750, which then makes them cheaper than a Carnival balcony. And the same can actually be said over that same time frame for the interior rooms. In between spring break and summer break, you'll see balcony rooms are almost the same, neck and neck. Maybe Royal Caribbean about $10 cheaper per person, and same thing with interior. So they're very much in alignment. Royal Caribbean back in March dropped their prices for summer break balconies, and Carnival over the past several months has actually increased. They're about $1,500, while Royal Caribbean is just under $1,100, about $1,050. Their interior rooms are very much the same. So take a look at those prices and see what you can do. Hurricane season is flat between the two, roughly in the cycles. Royal Caribbean edging higher. Carnival is actually the same prices. Thanksgiving, a lot of stability because it's over a year away. Royal Caribbean steps down. Carnival prices, if you take a look, you don't want your 401k to do, well, actually 401k being flat's okay. You don't want it dropping. These prices are just pretty much staying even. Christmas, Royal Caribbean dropped quite a bit. Carnival for 2026 Christmas still is a couple, almost $400, $350 higher than Royal Caribbean. So there's a little volatility there, lots of occupancy. So Royal Caribbean drops the prices. Let's go to Alaska. Alaska has 3 seasons. They have before summer, summer, and after summer. Or as Alaskans told me during my Alaskan cruise, they have winter and construction season. So it's worth noting. It stuck with me. I've said that multiple times in multiple videos. Right now, Royal Caribbean, if you're looking for a last minute cruise deal, that's this month of August. Their price dropped from $1,800 down to $1,400. Carnival is elevated flat, interiors flat for Carnival, and same with Royal Caribbean, while Royal Caribbean being about $200 per person cheaper after summer. So the month of September is pretty much what we're looking at here. Royal Caribbean's prices shot up from about $1,000 to $1,800. Carnival's dropped down from about $1,700 to $1,600, and the same can be said for the interior rooms, that they're being flat. The difference is Royal Caribbean's a little bit cheaper, about $950 for a Carnival interior room and about $600 for Royal Caribbean. If you look out to next year, there's actually a pretty big difference in the balcony prices between Carnival and Royal Caribbean, about $450 per person difference. And the same is true right now. Carnival is a little bit more expensive than Royal Caribbean interior. As we look into summer, that model kind of goes out. It holds true. While Royal Caribbean did increase their prices, they're far from the all-time highs, pretty much back to the median of what we saw in Q2, Q3, and cheaper to the tune of about $200-300 versus Carnival. And then the after summer season, Carnival again maintaining the trend of being higher than Royal Caribbean. And Royal Caribbean, over the last 3 months, the prices are lower. Not the all-time lowest. The all-time lowest we saw was in January for the summer 26 sailings. So those are the deals right now. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, these are the prices you should expect to see by going to Royal Caribbean or Carnival and taking it from there. Like I said, I do offer onboard credit. If you need help, happy to help. Otherwise, until the next video, I hope you find a good deal and can get 2 cruises for the price of 1. Travel safe.